Hi everybody and Happy New Year! I hope you all had amazing holidays, and I thought it would be nice to kick off this new year with, of course, new goals, new purpose. So I wanted to do something that would help us all to start fresh. And today I want to give you some tips on how to build a solid and realistic guitar routine for this year that you really stick to. Whether you've been practicing regularly or you have fallen off the track this year, like I did many times, this is a perfect moment to reset. Let's define what you want. Before we even think about the amount of hours that you want to invest, the exercises, let's take a moment to ask yourself, what do you want from my playing this year? Maybe you want to learn a particularly new piece. Maybe you want to expand on a type of repertoire. Maybe you really want to improve the tone that you have been so much longing for and you didn't find a way. Or finally, understand the principles to play a little bit more relaxed. I say this because your goal will define your practice and not the other way around. This is a much stronger purpose rather than just to practice for the sake of practice. Number 2, keep it simple. The biggest mistake I see students make, and that honestly I have made that as well, is sometimes being very ambitious and planning too much. Like, I'm gonna do every month 5 studies and scales and 2 new pieces of repertoire, this technique, sight reading. In reality, you don't need such a heavy plan. For us to really stick to our goals this 2026, let's choose 3 things that you can focus on daily. 1 technique element, like for instance, right hand control, or left hand stretch, or more precision in the shifts. 1 piece, choose 1 single piece, and 1 musical challenge. Like it could be, for instance, improve the legato of your left hand, or improve the legato in your right hand, the consistency between dynamics, or have a better and clearer articulation so that the staccato are really staccato and the legato is really legato. Choose 1 musical challenge that has an impact on musicality. That's it, just 3 things, done well and every day. Tip number 3, use micro routines. If you struggle to find time or you're inconsistent in practice, and that's something that I'm going to apply myself this year 100%, is to build a smaller routine. Even those days that I feel like I can't practice today, I'm gonna do 15 minutes or 10 minutes. And if I really can't, I'm gonna say, okay, 5 minutes I'm taking the guitar. And whichever amount of minutes you have available, try to make them count. And usually when you have the least amount of time, it's really when you study the most focused. It's more about frequency than duration. Practicing 3 times a week for like 20 minutes beats practicing once for 2 hours by a lot. Tip number 4, track progress. Don't overanalyze everything, but do write down small notes. What felt easy, what didn't, and what you could improve. Only this keeps you aware and stops you from just drifting in an autopilot type of practice. Tracking, it's not about control, it's about achieving more mindfulness in what you're trying to reach, of being aware what you have to work on next. And of course, add joy to your routine. Remember why you play. Choose 1 piece that is like your reward piece. A piece that, even if maybe you cannot play it so well, but you love so much and you love to play. No goals attached. This is what keeps the motivation alive. I remember I had a bunch of those when I was starting that were way above my league, but that really fired me up to just push to get there eventually. And when you can play just a little part of that piece that you really like and it's so hard, it's so fulfilling. So this is how I am going to structure my practice, or my approach to practice is 2026, simple, intentional, and sustainable. So don't try to be perfect, try to be consistent. So I wish you a peaceful and inspiring start of 2026. And if you'd like to share your own practice goals, I would absolutely love to read them in the comments. So I'll see you very soon with new music and new lessons.